70 game with stable portals. The objective of the game, get 70% of the board. Try to make sure our map is adjusted to maximize. Obviously Greece is a real wide map. I guess it's more tall. It's kind of a square. Fits pretty well. Just the territories are small, and our UI is small here that we're working with old Crackle. Probably because he wants to be able to run the board, so we'll try to maximize it here for what you can see. Something like that I think is good. Okay, first in turn order goes Feliz. He's playing as purple. Feliz takes a bonus already turn 1. We'll see a lot of bonuses taken here. I'll try to keep up for you. That's a +3 there. Feliz takes turn 1. And this is Crackle really zooming in. He's old man, likes to get real tight in there to see what he's looking at. All right, no turn 1 bonus for Chad. Looks like he might have an ambition to take the +5 Thessaly there. Second turn. All right, here goes the Rugster. He's going to start on Athens, maybe. Athens is that split bonus, or Attica, sorry, not Athens. Attica is the split bonus. Down with this island here, where the 2 is sitting of Crackles. So that's going to be a tough bonus for Rugster to figure out. So Rugster doesn't get a bonus turn 1 either. Feliz is going to get a jump on those 2. Let's see where Zango is thinking. Zango Bango here. Got a few different streamers. Zango Bango streams Risk. Crackle streams Risk here on Twitch. XC Dude streams Risk here on Twitch. So half the lobby is some Risk streamers. That obviously means they're better at Risk. So they should be the favorites here. So that was no bonus for Zango either. He kind of... This is a blocked up board in terms of getting early bonuses, which is interesting. We haven't seen that a lot. But he kind of makes a play for the +6 Central Macedonia. Up north. Ooh, okay, so Crackle does get a nice bonus there. He gets that +5 of Central Greece, and then the +4 right after that goes to Jax of the North Aegean Islands there. And then he asks Rugster to get out of his way, and Rugster spits his tongue out at him, saying you got a +4, now you're telling me to move out of your way for your second bonus, and I got no bonus right now? Second bonus play for Feliz. He has 2 +3s contiguous there after turn 2. And we get the from Crackle. Crackle sitting on a +5 after turn 1. I don't think he really believes that. Chad does get his +5 turn 2, so it's +6 for Feliz, +5 for Chad here turn 1. Or, sorry, after their turn 2. Rugster in a little bit of trouble with his positioning. He's only got the +3. Zingo throws up the angel dice. So Zingo still no bonus. Still trying to get that +6. He'll get it next turn. But is it too late for Zingo? Is he in major, major trouble here? +5 for Crackle, turn 1. He doesn't have an easy line on a second bonus, I would say. But he's going to lay claim down here to Crete. Jax still wants Rugster out of there and says, I'm rolling you next turn if you don't move out of my +3. But instead he takes the +4 Peloponnese and tells Feliz to get out. How many bonuses is Jax claiming here? I would like all of the bonuses, please. Alright, turn 3. Feliz has a +6. He got the +3 early. He's taken a +3 in each of his first 2 turns. They are contiguous. He's likely to lose that 3 down in Crete, and maybe even the 3 in the Peloponnese. He needs to move the 3 back in. Yeah, he's going to move that 3 down and back into his bonus there in the Peloponnese, so that he doesn't get rolled here. This will come down. He'll fortify it back up. Does the 4 stay? Probably. This 3, I think, is gone. Oh, he moves down, blocking Rugster from any hope of having this bonus. Of having the split Attica bonus. Alright, Chad is on a +5. Rugster is angry, is how I would describe it. Chad's here to maybe let Rugster come through, but Rugster can't get this bonus. But he comes through maybe, and that allows Jax to take this. Jax moves out of this, and then Rugster maybe takes the Peloponnese. Maybe that's the plan. But Rugster goes ahead and takes a bonus while he's at it of the +3 there in West Macedonia. So Rugster now is a +6, but he got it much later. Well, not much later. It's only turn 3. But he got it a turn later than everybody else, basically. So maybe he can catch back up just fine. Zengo, no bonus yet. He is working on a +6. He's going to be able to roll at 100% here, hitting this 2 of jacks. He loses 2. Tough dice in this one for Zango. He keeps throwing up the angel dice because he's just had terrible dice so far. He's on 18 troops. He's well behind everybody. It's just going to kind of need things to go his way to get back into this. Going to be tricky for sure. Let's see how Jax plays this Peloponnese play here. Because I would feel like that's the better bonus. He's been pushing everybody out of the Cyclades. But this is the easier bonus to get at this point, and it has a portal in it. Crackle goes in and takes Crete, which we were expecting. See what Jax does. I would think the +4 is better than the +3. It's also nicely separated to some degree from his bonus. But the trading area is getting pretty minute here. Just the +4 up top and the Cyclades. I guess you also have Attica. Okay, he does take Attica, even though he pushed Drugster out of here. So who takes the Cyclades? Does Attica ever get taken? And is this our trading zone up here? Or is Chad thinking he deserves this +4 up top? Fleas adds a bunch up top. Does that upset Chad? He doesn't react with an emote yet, at least. Alright, so we've kind of established our trading zones here. Who's taking what? Rugster's still kind of playing like he wants Attica. But he's got to somehow get down here and get Feliz out of here. Does he roll through him? That'd be epic. I don't think he does. Tango's got his +6. He's only at 1 turn, but look, he's already back ahead of Rugster and Chad and troops. So Chad's going to take these islands +2, the Dodecanese. Crackle's going to use... This is his trading zone. Jax thinks he deserves a +3 to go with his 2 +4s. Okay, Jax isn't really taking this bonus. He just wants a 6 stack he can set here. So you need 45 territories here, all but 19 to get the 70% in Greece. All right, we've established our trading zone. We've got 5 of the 6 players up here. Who are we missing? Rugster doesn't have a position up here. Chad's going to take that final bonus that I think will be taken, the Dodecanese here, the +2, to go with his +5 to give him a +7. It also gives him nice portal access here. He was very patient about taking it. Jack's being very patient, not doing anything crazy like taking the Cyclades and getting everyone mad at him. He's also allowing Rugster a trading zone. Crackle's got to hit a 2 for a card. He could hit here. Looks like he would just rather hit the 2. Or he can hit Rugster here. It's not actually breaking a bonus. Oh, I thought he was going to stay there. Opens up Rugster stack for him. Doesn't break anything. +12 here for Jax. He is the troop leader before he is traded. So it's a major advantage over Rugster and Zango. The 2 fish, as it were, so far. Plenty of game to go, though. Remember, this is the 70 reset invitational. So if someone gets to 50% but does not get the 70%, we'll reset and we'll play a 5-player game on this map. That player will have to sit out till game 2. Pretty carved up map. They've got their established trading zone. Alright, Mongoose says Rugster and Crackle have the best lines on their natural targets. Okay, so he's saying Rugster has lines on Zango. To be fair, Zango's really in one spot, so should be relatively easy lines for a lot of people, but Rugster's certainly one of those. And then Crackle having lines there on Jax. For sure. We'll see if a kill happens. We've seen a few kills happen in these games, but not a ton of them. Basically, so the kill's not worth anything points-wise. And you see Crackle's out here counting. Kill's not worth anything points-wise, but it can kind of fuel your 70 run. So there is value in that. Remember, you do have to get 45 territories, all but 19, to get the win. Crackle's at 75 troops, and nobody has really like major stacks yet. It would be a crazy early run, but it might just be possible. He's used up most of his turn here, so he's not doing it, but he's got these 3 kind of annoyingly blocked off here on the backside by Chad, as well as this blocked in, but he's done a good job keeping his stack pointed the other way. I feel bad for Zango here. No exteriors and only a plus. Yeah, Zango had really rough dice. A tough spawn to get a bonus originally. And so he went a little bit high risk, I guess, and going for the +6. But he got terrible dice, so he wasn't able to take it till turn 3, which made it to where he couldn't protect any exterior. So he's kind of a sit and duck at this point. Plenty of chaos can happen, obviously, but he's got a bit of a hole to climb out of. Chad attempts the first run. Mongoose thinks Chad's going to attempt the first run. Any other thoughts on who you think tries first? It's a really good lobby of players. All have won 70% games in their lives. So I don't think anyone's going to be too scared to run it. Is anyone going to feel the pressure of someone else running it so they take their chances? Nathaniel thinks Crackle or Jax. That +8 generation. Yep. +8's huge. Crackle doing it with a 5 and a 3. Jax doing it with a 4 and a 4. They're both in pretty good spread positions around the map also. Crackle's 13 up here I think could be super valuable potentially to clean up, depending on how this all shakes out up here. It could help out a ton up here. He also, it's in a portal, so it's easy to move where he needs it, potentially. Portals in this game not as much in the crossroads as we saw in Group 5, so they're much more just kind of in random spots, not guarding bonuses, except for this Crackle and this Chad one. Those are kind of your 2 big ones in terms of blockage. Maybe this Crackle one. Not as much, but maybe. So the board's a little more open than we saw in Group 5. Jax and Rugster kind of splitting duties here in terms of blocking up the map. Although Rugster's stack being here opens up this pathway, connecting the Peloponnese and most of Greece. You can get around most of the big stacks here through the central Greece area. Fleece has the easiest path to win with everyone after him so weak. Like going for a kill into the 70? Is that why you're saying that? He's 15 troops ahead of Zango. Oh, that's a big move. Chad hits the Jax 5. And he's thinking maybe Jax can't really react, except Jax is here. But he doesn't have a stack to hit him with. Definitely an interesting play from Chad. Jax will not take kindly. I'm getting to about 40 for Feliz right now. Okay. Nathaniel saying he's getting about 40. Feliz needs 45. So that's pretty close. Mongoose thinking kill into it. So thinking a Rugster Zango for Feliz. Or a Zango Rugster. Zango's too kind of kill guarded. Kind of kill guard in this corner. For now, I don't know if it's who he wants to be kill guarded by. I never want to be kill guarded by Crackle. It's all about counting now. These guys are counting. They're having their turn, and then they immediately start counting again, trying to get to that 45. You're never going to get 100% rolls with 6 players all the way to the 45. Very rarely is that going to work out. So you got to just get as close as you can and then take your chances. You're going to have a couple of rolls you need to go your way to some degree. Having no portal access does make it a bit tougher for Feliz. Yeah, so I think that was a big advantage for Chad's move down here, taking these islands, because he got the portal access out of it also. Although the portals are pretty stacked right now. Not easy to jump through. Zango doing his best to kind of block up his area. See if Jax reacts at all to Chad hitting his 5. Jax also doesn't have a territory he can take without going through. Oh yeah, he's got the island still. Fleece threatens a break. Is he not seeing that he can take another territory? That was strange. Why was he threatening Jax? Wonder what that signal was. I missed it. Couldn't understand it. Alright, here goes Chad. He chose violence last turn, hitting a Jax 5. He says, good game, well played. Like, he's got it counted and ready to go. He does the dude trade. I don't know why he said good game. Maybe because he had the 4 trade, so he's just saying, I lost. I think Crackle is paying a bit too defensively, trying to guard all these portals. Nathaniel says he thinks Crackle's playing too defensively, trying to guard all the portals. I'd give up one to another player in favor of having better offensive lines. Yeah, so he's got split stacks. He's got a 23. He's got 4 portals. A 16, a 13, a 20, and a 23. The only stack he has outside of the portal is really the 12. Interestingly, he also has a couple 3s sitting on the board. The other problem with having too many portals is you can't use them. Although there's pretty big stacks in the other ones. Crackle's got 107 troops. Oh, but a dude trade. Wonder if that's not a dude trade if he was running it. Seen a lot of dude trades. He's not running it because he's taking his time here. And this is not a map you can just take your time at to run a 70. You're going to see someone move very fast if it's their 70 run. He's also mining here in the Crete with 3s. So super defensive play overall from Crackle. Jack's on a take a card and pass here. Another very skilled, very aggressive lobby, playing relatively passively here. It's a really tough map to run the 70, especially with 6 players. It's a very tough map. But because of the bonus troops they're getting, at some point it'll open up. So unlike a Prague game where kills aren't worth it, this doesn't matter. It's a 70 game. So the kills probably are never worth it unless it just accidentally happens to be in your path, which is really unlikely. But you just need 70%. At some point we'll see some consolidation of stacks as people go a little more offensive. And it'll open up. We saw that in Group 5 last night. It looked like we were just locked. But the troop counts were getting so high that even if you had to hit a 20 stack or a couple of 20 stacks and make your run, it was doable because they had so many troops once they got over that like 200 troop mark. So we'll see how these guys play it out. Zango's been able to recover pretty well. He's above Rugster in troops. He's right there with Chad in troops. And not too far behind Feliz. Crackle has really thought out his last couple of deployments. which makes me think he's planning. He's structuring a run. Clearly part of his run would include kind of clearing up this little piece. Zango's blocking but these stacks are really small stacks once we get up to a 200 troop count. Or 130 that we're at now. So I think he's thinking hit here through the portal, come down, up. This clears out these three, and maybe even more. This one goes this way. I think he's pretty close. Chad's pretty close, 43 right now. Okay, yeah, real close for Chad. I mean, you're going to have to hit a couple of 15 to 20 stacks to make your run at this point, but these guys are sitting with a 48 stack and a 38 stack for Jags. He's got to be close also. I mean, if you're saying Chad's close, Chad's at 93 troops, so these other guys, Crackle and Jax, have to be really probably have it. But it's a really tricky map to run. It is challenging. Felice hits a 2. Chad's gonna hit a 2. Zango down to just one position on the board after this Chad turn, it looks like. Zango's just got his bonus, but he's got 87 troops in there, but he throws up the "this is fine." All right, Zango still has a card to take, an easy card to take. Oh! Zango acting like he's about to react to Chad's move by hitting his 29. Maybe it was just a misclick. That happens all the time. I think Ruxer's, I don't know where he was dabbing the 69. Maybe he got 96 mixed up there. Crackle's not running it. Crackle's on 144 troops. And is not running. I think Jax is most likely to run it. He's in a very offensive position with his two big stacks. The 38's a little bit stuck behind Zango. He's very stuck behind Zango. It's also a possibility you hit the 18 and jump through. It's just in a tough spot. $150 to 160 troops is the threshold. Crackle will be there next turn. Drugstore cheers. Because he finally got a 10 trade, maybe? Think Chad's right at the edge? Okay. Rookster doesn't look interested in a run. Zango doesn't look interested in a run. Crackles 26 comes up and down. Click once and then goes up. His 18 comes through the Peloponnese. His 41 has to break through this wall somewhere. Okay, Crackle's not running. He's still thinking. Yeah, 45 for the 70%. What's up, Cecil? Yeah, we're right at the crux. Remember, this is 70 reset, so if someone gets to 50% of the board but does not get the 70%, the game resets as a 5-player game here in Greece. Crackle going more offensive. Oh, he only moves a few troops over to that portal. He's trying to line up just right where he maximizes his troop usage. Yeah, I wasn't counting for anyone, but it felt like Crackle had enough. I'm sure he knows exactly how many he had. Yeah, Zango's going heavy mining. I think Zango's maybe thinking his best chance is someone fails the run so he gets a restart. That's maybe his logic here. But eventually these guys are going to have enough troops just to run right through it. Like a 9 doesn't really hurt a 42 stack from Jags. Yeah, he's the only one in one position. Yeah, I think Zango's just in the mindset maybe someone will fail and I'll get to retry this thing. Yeah, I think we're around 1/3 Cecil, but I can look. We didn't really track failed runs, I guess. Oh, here goes the run from Chad. Okay, let's see. 25%. 26%. 28%. 29%. He's going through a Rugster 20. That makes Rugster laugh. Crackle saying oops, and that he's angry. %, 45%. We're almost to reset territory. We are past the reset threshold, so either Chad wins or we reset the game. 57%. He's got 13 troops left, but he can't get all of it that he needs. He's going to take the 8 through the 4. Wins the 4 on 3. Gets to 64%. Oh, 67%. 68%. The mines are working. He's got to get one more territory. Nothing to roll. Might as well take your shot. Game's over either way. Doesn't have enough time to really slow roll it. 68% for Chad. Lost a 4v3 and a 3v1. Alright, we'll reset. Reset with a 5-player game. Tough one for Chad, for sure. You hate to see it. I mean, he's really close, so obviously wasn't a crazy run to make. Came real close. So we'll reset. Chad will get to come back for game 2, but we're going to play a 5-player reset here in Greece. I'll be back in just 1 second. Just waiting on Rugster to hop back in. I don't know where Rugster went. Poor Chad, agreed. Yeah, it was a good attempt. I mean, he was really close. Yeah, he'll be in the second game. Hope Rugster knows it's a reset. Is Mamba in here? Can you tell Rugster? Rugster might think he's running a 70% right now. Instant ejection. That's right. In Africa, you're out. Unless it's a 4-player start. Unless you started on 4 players, then we play it to the end. All right, we got Rugster back. Okay, so 5-player Greece gonna play a little differently. So they got more bonuses to take, so per player, so they'll get more troops potentially. It's also a little less blockage because you have fewer players that have extra stacks to use because they want to play a little more offensive. So you'll see a much different structure in that sense with the way it's played out. Portals aren't any major crossroads for the most part. In fact, they're going to make this a very open feeling game, I would guess. Crackle confirmed he was going to run it on that turn if Chad did not. All right, Rugster feels good about the bonus. He really likes that +3 Western Greece. Takes it again for the second straight game. Yeah, we did. So one group went to the 4-player game. One group had 2 fails. I don't remember which group it was, but I'm sure someone does. So one of the 5 so far has gone to the 4-player game. All right, +3 for Rugster turn 1. Feliz is going big here. Feliz would like the +5 of Central Greece. Crackle not feeling good about his bonus opportunity here. Thinking he's got to roll a 5 on 2 on 1. 5 on 2 on 2 on 1 to take Crete. He could take Attica turn 2. He's trying to check his bonuses. Making sure he doesn't mess this up. Tough open for Crackle, I would say, here. In terms of finding an early bonus. The +5 turn 1 for Feliz may end up being OP. So Crackle's going to make the turn 2 Attica play. Jax is saying, Zango, get your 2s out of here, man, once you take your bonus. Ooh, but Jax does get the turn. Jax is going to be in a good spot here. He gets the +4 Peloponnese turn 1. So Rugster +3, Felice +5, Crackle +0, and a +4 for Jax. Zango takes a... Oh, Zango's bad dice continue. At least he doesn't lose one there. But he gets the +4 North Aegean. So after turn 1, +3 Rugster, +5 Feliz, +0 Crackle, +4 Jax, and a +4 for Zango. Rugster go. Okay, Rugster wants the connected Ionian Islands there. Takes the +3 with his other +3. He's just going to be a +6, though, across those 2 bonuses. He might move that into Epirus up top for the other +3. It's maybe his next step. We'll see what he's thinking. Chad blames it on the cards. Had nothing with the 3 split versus the 4. Yeah. The 3v1 and a 4v3 maybe were your losses on that. It was a good run, Chad. It was real close. Okay, so Felice says, you're not getting this, Rugster. I'm taking that. Felice takes the +3 to go with this +5. He's at +8 after turn 2. The board is being heavily split left and right here. Okay, Crackle does get the Attica bonus. It's a +3 for Crackle. Does he parlay it into... Oh, he's going to roll a... Okay, he's just telling Jax to get out of there. Yeah. So he's going to take Crete next turn. So he'll have 2 +3s after turn 2. Or after turn 3. So he'll be behind a little bit in bonuses early here. Jax is going to go ahead and take his +3. He's at +7 after turn 2. So Rugster at +6, Feliz at +8, Crackle just at +3, and now Jax will go to +7 when he takes the Cyclades here. He's building up the drama for sure, trying to decide where to add into an exterior up top. Zango does not like that he's adding up there. Okay, Zango wanted the East Macedonia and Thrace bonus. So Jack's at +7. Zango is mad. Zango was going to use his 7 to clean up the East Macedonia and Thrace bonus, but now he's got a 5 of Jax he's got to wait on getting out of there. So he's going to threaten it for sure. See, does he hit the Jax 2 and then give him the portal path to say get your 5 out of here? I think that's the play in here. No, he's not giving him the portal path. He lost a lot of troops. Zango's had some terrible dice through these 2 games. You feel for Zango. Chad's looking for practice for game 2, so he's ready for that Africa Advance game. Alright, here goes the Rugster on +6 going into turn 3. And he is going to take another bonus there. Fleece takes one of the +3, so he takes the other. Oh, no, he doesn't. He doesn't leave it for a 6v2 roll. He's going to wait a turn to take the other bonus. At least. Flea's on +8 here. He's getting the most bonus troops. Oh, Crackle is not going to like that Felice play. Good, we got a little animosity brewing. Love to see it. Crackle says good game. Crackle saying I'm coming to get you if Lee's sending him the love bot. Interesting play from Feliz there. He wants to keep a position there in the Dodecanese. He says, Crackle, you can have Crete, but I want a spot down here to work from. And Feliz promptly gets broken by Crackle. Feliz doesn't understand what he did so wrong to hurt Crackle. Alright, Jax gets +11 on this turn. Yeah, Africa's a much easier map to pad a 70 run on than Greece. There's so many little nooks and crannies here in Greece. Kizengo does get his bonus up top. He takes the East Macedonia and Thrace bonus, the +4 to go with his other +4. He's now at +8. And Feliz is only getting +3 because he got broken by Crackle there. It's a 10 trade here for Rugster. Look at the troop difference. Rugster at 63, Crackle at 26. Okay, Rugster rolls a 2, but does not take the bonus. Rugster being super patient about his bonus taken here. There's already a +8 for Zingo. He could take a +9. It's not that much different. Fleas takes back. Does he break Crackle? He just might be breaking Crackle here. We'll see. No. Okay. He says we're even. See if Crackle gets a 10 trade, which is crucial for him in this moment. Jumps him right back into contention. 10 trade on 3 was clutch for Crackle. Crackle loves his portal play. He goes ahead and takes another portal up north. Jax is at 50 troops, just above the threshold to have perfect dice everywhere and get his 45 territory run. Probably not going for it, though. That would be wild. Zengo still just at 38 troops. He's in a one position with one exterior play. Jack says well play. He losing. Gosh, Zengo keeps losing troops on ones. It is crazy. His dice have just been... Yeah, he keeps throwing up the angel dice because it's just been painful for him through 2 games. Much more open board than we saw in game 1. Obviously, they don't have as many troops to work with, but that's 65 for Feliz. And there's just not a lot of stacks on the board at this point. Roguester's got a solid 5 really guarded there in the Ionians. A couple of hits here for Feliz. He just wants a different position. 10 troops for Jax. He's got 4 cards. He's got 1, 2. That's a tough one to get to. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 to go with his... Is that 41? He's got his 3 split here, so he's not in a super offensive position yet. But he's telling Crackle you don't get that bonus, maybe? I don't know. You guys know what that signal was? Zango's sticking with his 1 position and 1 exterior territory. Oh, okay. Jax wants to trade cards there with Roguester. Got it. Roguester loses 1 on the old trade. Crackle on 64 troops. Loses 2 on a 2. And sits there on the peninsula. Jack's still getting his 10 a turn. He gets a 6 trade on 5 cards. Not adding super fast. Don't think he's making a run here. He's breaking Rugster. It's interesting. Rugster was cool with it. What do you guys think the threshold of troops you need here to make your run? I mean, stacks of 10 or more on the board are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 stacks of 10 or more. 107, Mongoose, exactly. You need 107 troops to make this run. Mongoose knows exactly, guys. Very specific. Crackle once again in a bunch of different spots. Not going big slapper stack here. No trade for the Crackster. So Jax is going to go this way, up and around. You get blocked off at the 22. Comes out and around here. Goes up through all this stuff. And then this curls around this backside. I don't know what that is, but let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And then his current territories are... Oh no, and then he's got down here. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Easy. 38 easy. It's a little tricky beyond that, though. He'd have to go through this 8 probably and get to this 1. One of these Rugster stacks to get to these 2. Yeah, so there's 110 troops for Rugster. According to Mongoose, Rugster has enough to run it here. Flees up to 96 troops on 4 cards. Flea's lines are here through pop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is no good for him right now. This 18 is stuck for Feliz. So he definitely doesn't have it. Unless Crackle opens him up at some point. They keep breaking Rugster because he's getting too far ahead. Crackle gets rewarded with a no trade on 4 with a big trade on 5. I don't think Zango has any kind of lines because his 21's stuck. His 24's in the portal. And he's got this 11 out here. So he just doesn't have access to much of the board. Zango's got the worst chance, I think, here. Let's see what Rugster's got. Rugster's 18 stuck, though. Not much he can do about this. Besides roll through a Crackle 10. Zango's gonna have to get a little more more aggressive with his positioning if he's gonna make any kind of run. Like this 21's got to move to the portal, or maybe where. No, you wouldn't want to where the 9 is. That'd be terrible. I guess the 21 can come out here. It's a brutal path to get anywhere, and he's hitting where his 10 is anyway. Maybe it goes on the 18. Rookster takes back his bonus. He's at 116 troops. Flea's now at 108 troops. According to Mongoose, he has enough to run it here. 120 troops now. Flea's is going to have to go down with the 22 and hit a big 18 stack. Unless after this turn, he's rolling a 2-on-1 and gets it. Does that start his run? Wins the 2-on-1 and he felt like that was all he needed to win. Let's see how far he goes. 32%. Crackle throwing out a bunch of oopses. Very helpful, Crackle. Thank you. 50%. We are past the threshold. That was the big killer for Felice's positioning. 59%. Oh, I didn't see what that roll was, but it wasn't good. 65%. Loses a 4-on-3, maybe? And we're resetting again, ladies and gentlemen. We are headed to the 4-player reset. Buckle your seatbelts. I'll be back in just a jiff, and we will get the 4-player game set up. All right, we're back. All right, we got 4 players in Africa. I mean, in Greece. Felice felt like he had it. He just misplaced his troops. Hey, we got Felice in the chat also. No more restarts in game 1. We'll play Greece to the end, even if someone fails here. And they're playing super aggro, which you love to see. So plus, what's Zango at now? +8, +2. He's at +10. After turn 2, Zango's at +10. See how these guys handle it. It's a +8 for Jax after turn 2. Crackle with no bonus yet. And Rugster's got the Attica +3, the Ionian +3, and the Epirus +3. So he's at +9. Please got 65%. 12 on a 10. Yeah, that's tough. Okay, Mongoose thinks 69 troops here would be optimal for your run. Oof. This is a wild one, folks. All right, so Jax is taking +12. Needless to say, kills will not be worth it here. They might be at 69 troops after their 3rd turn. No, Chad, this plays out till the end. So even if there's fails in this, we play it till we get a winner in Greece. Then we go to Africa. Yeah, if you're in a 4-player game, you play till the end. Definitely rigged. I would say rigged. That's how I would describe it, yes. Only the 2nd time we've seen a double reset in a game. Alright, let's go through how many of these guys are getting, because it's crazy. Rugster's just bonuses are 12 troops. Zingo's bonuses are 10. Crackle's bonuses are 10. And Rugster is getting 9. A 9er. The portals are in more critical crossroad positions in this game that allow for blocking while sitting in a portal, but you're only in 4 players, so it's tough to get a ton of blocking done while keeping aggressive stacks. Jax just takes a couple territories to consolidate. Obviously, the run's a little easier also when you're starting with about 25% of the board. "62 troops already for Zango here in turn 4, which is wild. Zango going big slapper stack there in the top middle at 28. Crackle gets the big 10 trade on 3. He's on 75 here. According to Mongoose, that's good enough for a run. His 10's going to have to go through a portal, though, and there's no easy portal run there. Because it's blocked right there by Rugster with a 10. It would be a very tricky run, but it would be fun to watch. Keep in mind, there's no reset in the 4-player game. Yeah, I think the bottom 7's probably the best spot for Crackle to go through the portal to get some of that territory. But it would be a messy run. They can fail all they want. That's right. We're hoping to see like 10 or 12 fails here. That's the real hope. Jax is already at 30%. He's almost halfway there, and they don't even know it. Hey, thanks for gifting the sub there, Chad. Chad gifts to Chris. Chris has been awesome in all of our World Cup coverage and has joined as a match host now for Professional Risk Takers. Gifting Chris. Ooh. I wonder if you see an early run. Yeah, it's got to be an early run. The only thing that makes it not as obvious that there's going to be an early run is that some of these portals are in critical positions. These 3 specifically allow these guys to really stack, guard a bonus, and block. This one as well. It's in a critical spot. Not so much these 2 up here, but these down here are blocking up the bottom and allowing them to block up the bottom. Jackson has made a few turns with multiple attacks for sure here. He's sitting a 9 in that top portal. Jax is at 32% of the board before a run. Crackle's at 89. He's got 15 troops. It's hard for me to believe the run's not there. I haven't counted it. I don't know. It's just hard for me to believe it's not there. He is really parceling out his troops here in the deploy. Think Jax runs it? Jax certainly was lining up the way he was putting out troops. I think Crackle's planning on running it, and so that may push Jax to try it. Oh, with the set on 3? Well, that's a couple turns away. Let's see what Jax has. 1, 2, 3. This is tough for him to get to. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. It's not even close. Jax has it not even close, in my opinion. Based off of what I just counted. That 8 on 4 helps. $54%. Boy, was I wrong. Okay. This game does continue. He can go through the 7v3 into 1s, but he's not going to get 16 more percent through there. What did he misclick? Because there had to be something wrong there. He went into a stack instead of a... Yeah, he went to the 20 instead of around it. Is that what it was? Yeah, he hit the Zango stack here instead of going around it. It's just a misclick by Jax. Who's that give it to? Crackle, we think? Or does Zango have it here? Gonna be tough for Zango with his stack just getting hit. He's just in a bunch of jacks. It feels like an easy Crackle run if Zango can't get it here. Crackle saying oops. Zango at 54%. I think it's Crackle pretty easily here because he's got the 30 stack and the 34 stack. Oh, it's a 10 stack. I was thinking it was a 30 for some reason. Still think he has it. We've officially seen 4 failed runs. Which would set the record for this tournament. Loses the 4 on 3. Not getting great dice here. Gonna roll a 2 on 3. Gonna roll a 2 on 1. He does not take it. Failed runs are more skilled. Sure. There's a theory behind that. Okay, don't mess up your pathing here, Crackle. 56, 57. 60. He should have plenty of time to finish this off. He loses that. He gets the 3 on 1 though. 70% for Crackle. Crackle gets the win. We have someone successfully running on the 5th times the charm. Crackle gets the win here. The only player that didn't attempt a run out of the 6 was Rugster. Is that right? 2 failed runs this game. That's correct. So Crackle wins. We'll have to get a new streamer. Jax had it misclicked. Yeah. Tough for Jax.